hipsters. The hipsters, we're really...
Sometimes they agree, and sometimes...
I don't like the song.
What?
We're not even gonna get through the first intro of episode 1.
Grab a drink.
Is that... Do you have a cooler?
No, maybe. Captain Dynamite IPA.
And join David and Svend at versechorusverse.com. Coming to all podcast networks March 15th.
Kids now and just trying to enjoy music. This is First Chorus Verse, a podcast that Svend and I decided to start doing to get back into music, to remember albums, to learn new albums, all that great stuff. We're going to do a bunch of different stuff on this podcast. We're going to review albums. We're going to dissect bands. We're going to have musicians that are amazing and touring agents and musical theorists and everything that we can. We're going to dissect certain years in music and have jazz episodes and anything else that comes to our mind. Did I leave anything out, Svend?
Yeah, you did. I'm really looking forward to, I don't know, eventually when we get around to Baby Shark.
Used to be super hungover. You could just tell your wife, hey, look, I'm out. Yeah. I'm out today. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not just Svend and I tonight. We called in backup. We called in the SWAT team. We called in all of it. The negotiator, the sniper. We called them all. We have the one and the only James Allen Stanton.
It's me.
James, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing really well. Happy to be here.
Awesome.
We're happy to have you. I've been talking to Evil, and basically from this point forward, you're gonna hear his name. It's Evil. We know him as Evil. So yeah, we brought in James because we have a huge
So ready.
take on tonight.
Yes.
That's good because we're not alone. We have the one, the only Rachel Polio with us. Rachel, how are you?
I'm well, thanks.
You're well.
How are you?
I'm doing very good. I'm excited. A while ago, randomly, we were doing a giveaway or something like that, and we asked people to give us their favorite albums of all time. This was when we were first. I don't even think we had aired an episode yet. But when I first started getting those, I thought, it would be really fun if we had people that actually listen to the podcast on to talk about their favorite albums of all time. And Rachel stood out to me the most because hers is an album that I would never, ever listen to. And I thought that'd be a really cool conversation to have. Rachel is a very good writer.
Very good.
She has a blog that she used to do.
Yeah.
That's her own fucking words.
You just reading?
Like, decent writer? Very good writer?
I believe it's I Write Good.
I write good.
Look, I'm not the
It
writer.
was after he got the weird H.R. Giger designed microphone stand.
Mic stand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
and-
ship masked, the silver naked lady. Yeah.
Yes. For me, that's like the next era of Korn that I'm not as much of a fan of.
Post-issues is what we'll call it.
I think we're like on the same page here. Like,
I think so.
6:30.
With me is the official verse chorus verse team, but we'll say batting leadoff with a perfect batting percentage of loving pop bangers. That is Svend. I was here first, Knutson. Svend, how are you?
Totally missing the sports reference, I think.
I mean, batting. You understand batting, right?
You hit something with a stick.
Stickball.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Stickball.
Rachel Polio is here. Rachel, how are you tonight?
I'm well, David.
So polite.
And then in the 3-hole, which is an unfortunate vernacular, he's been on here so much he probably should have quit already. Evil, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. Berries, it's a little small.
Shot! Do we need notes for this one? What are we?
It's gonna be really hard for you to hold these in.
Who?
You're gonna have to keep trying. Are you sure you can do this?
I can do anything.
That is what.
So you guys know our drinking rule for the season is officially over.
The
What's
what
the
is?
rule?
What?
Van Halen, Chuck Mangione,
Taylor
T.
Swift.
Swift, and Prince.
It's over? Forever? I purposely avoided saying.
You know what the rank was for who said what the most?
I won for the least.
I bet you won for the most.
By a kabillion. And then it was me, and then it was you. Only had you had 4 Chuck Mangionis,
4
This
Chuck
is-
Mangione.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to take
and you
into
did it to
account
yourself.
how many episodes he was on.
You had
I was
one.
on 4 episodes.
You said Taylor Swift
And so
once.
I had 4 Chuck Mangione.
Don't celebrate. It's not a good thing
What?
because there might be a rule that has to do with this for the rest of the episodes in the
After
weekend.
your T Swift drink.
Yeah,
I don't have one. What are you talking
it's
about?
downstairs.
Oh, fuck you guys.
I stopped counting with you at like 18. I was at like 7. You were at like 3. Then that was from you doing it to yourself in the first episode. Evils. Anyway, but beauty of it is we're basically doing like a waterfall rule this weekend.
Oh shit.
So
Yay.
anytime that you drink this weekend, you have to take a shot or whatever. You can make one of us drink with you if you want.
Wait, a waterfall's
And-
like everybody though.
If I was second, so if I have to take a shot, I
So
can
I'm
make one of you
last.
2 drink.
That's
If
not
you
cool.
have to,
That's not cool.
you can make her drink.
This should be reversed.
The shots trickle down.
You should have said Taylor Swift.
So
more.
basically, everyone's gonna drink every time because Jimmy's gonna hand.
Remember,
it
I
to someone who's
said
gonna
you
hand it to someone
can.
else.
You can make people drink. You don't have
Yeah,
to
well,
make. them drink.
we're all evil,
I can't make
fucking
anyone
like
drink.
horrible
Sure
people.
can't.
We're totally gonna just punish each
Should have
other.
repped your shit more.
This is bullshit.
Or is this where we form alliances?
Mm.
Where we're like, I won't make you drink if it's my turn. If you don't make me drink
But
when
it
it's
only goes one way.
yeah, but
That's
you don't
what
know
she
who's
said.
coming to next. Well, that's a shitty. No, I mean,
No, it's not shitty. That's
That's what she said.
yeah, that's-
your first
Yes.
episode. We said it was corn. It was not. A listener wrote in and said that your first episode is actually 97. So Kim in Seattle, good job. Your first episode was dissecting 97.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Yep. We have them for a while.
Tricked us. It's been 2 hours.
So
yeah, since the bar.
you either are gonna have to make us drink or you're gonna have to drink. Can you?
Everybody drink.
He can do whatever he wants.
He will, but first,
See,
Can you tell me-
alliances. We should have formed alliances.
can you tell me what you drank in your first episode?
What I
Hey, no. Phone's
man.
down.
Damn it.
Do not touch your goddamn flowery phone. 4
I-
drinks.
Oh.
4 drinks.
You had
I
4
had 4?
drinks?
hmm
Buffalo Trace.
Yes.
Lafroig.
Yes.
The other 2 I don't know.
One of them was not alcoholic.
Water.
Nope.
Milk.
You're an old person who wanted to stay up late.
Can't make me tea.
Oh,
It was tea?
It was tea.
Yes.
You had
Yeah.
one more alcohol though.
It's not me right now.
One of the Glens.
Was it a
I don't
Glen?
remember the
Glenn
first
Farkless.
drink.
It was Farkless.
Fuck,
Yeah.
Ah, Highland.
So you have to
Scotch.
drink.
And I won't make anyone else drink this.
Do you remember that like as far back as
Hold
the
on,
first
guys,
episode?
It wasn't corn?
I got a
No.
thing I gotta do.
Oh man.
No, it was 97.
I know that I talked incredibly loudly because
Was that your mic or just you being
I'm
excited?
just so
I was
excited.
so excited.
So excited.
I know that because my entire family told me how loud I was. that
Oh,
day.
really?
Aw.
That's cute though.
That's nice that they're supporting you.
Do you remember what you drank in your first episode?
Yes.
Your first episode is easier to
That's
guess.
easier because it was
Yeah.
T-Swift, so it was Diet Coke and vodka.
What else? You had 3 drinks.
Pina colada.
Damn it, I didn't think you were gonna get that.
Was it just like a seltzer?
What kind?
Fucking no.
It was a peppermint patty Coors Light seltzer.
Oh, that's
Holy
right.
shit.
Because it was left over
Damn.
from
Oh,
Christmas.
Bud Light.
Ah,
Yeah.
Thank
Still.
you. New stats.
Yeah.
Stats
New
2.0.
stats.
That's 2.0.
What do you remember about your first episode?
I
Besides,
remember asking if you wanted to fight a lot.
you know what you said to me a lot, which started our episodes.
Suck my dick.
Here's you said that a lot, but you also said here's where you're
For your
wrong.
dick. Oh, I did. Yeah,
You
that's
said that
true.
a lot. That's what happens when we talk about T Swift.
It's true. I get so angry.
This one you aren't gonna get. I don't. think.
No.
You had 3 drinks in your first episode ever. First of all, can you guess which episode was your first one?
the first one?
Yeah, it
We
was episode
diced-
1.
Yeah, episode 1.
Good
Yeah.
job, Sven.
I mean, of course. Jesus.
Do you remember what you had to drink?
Barely.
You
Beer?
remember that you're on a
What kind of
podcast.
beer? 2 beers and a liquor.
Cold one. I don't remember.
One of them you
the
have
2
in your
beers.
goddamn hands, Sven.
Looks at him.
I didn't know you recorded that. Those are the ones that no one's supposed to know I drank. They just think I drank the fancy beers.
Oh.
You drank another
PBR.
type of beer. You drank Sofa King.
So fucking.
Oh shit! Was it the hazy or the sunny?
It was Sunny.
So fucking
And
sunny.
then you drank a
Hey,
brown liquor. Do you remember what you drank?
Gonna be a whiskey.
Woodford.
I would have gotten there.
Drake. That's pretty good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How many others did you audition before Rachel and I joined?
I knew from the beginning that it was going to be us. I don't remember how it started with you, but I knew that we needed an
Diversity
eloquent female. Yes, we needed a diversity hire. No, we needed an eloquent, witty female.
When are we gonna get one?
And I originally was going to try.
That's my middle
I
finger.
was
That was a
actually
joke.
okay. I've always been sort of
100% a
surprised
joke.
You're a dick.
Yeah, I know.
that David came to me before you to originally start.
I originally came to you, him, and kind of.
Yeah,
That's a
but
good-
like in hindsight, Evil, you have been like an enormous force. I feel like in moving this podcast forward. And there's the times I'm like baffled why I got the honor to be on the first season, first episode.
No. That's.
I mean, you and I have the
I get
musical connection.
I get
Like,
that,
We played together for
yeah,
years.
and definitely never take that for granted. Okay, I'm honored to be sitting here with all four of us.
cheers.
We are not drunk.
Sorry.
Oh, that was good.
Cheers, because that's.
That was the best.
I think
time.
every single one of us feels that way.
Absolutely.
And if we don't, we
Yeah.
should fire that.
You're an
person.
asshole.
I'm so glad that I get to do this with you guys.
Me
We're
too.
lucky.
That's what she said.
We have an
Okay.
award to give out.
Let's do it.
Who got the drunkest this year? I think everybody
Strong
is a maybe.
contenders.
We have thank you. We have
They're
strong contenders. That was
contenders.
evil.
Fierce, even.
We have the finale of last year, which I'm counting.
Ooh. Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have contenders.
You were excited and
I
loud
was-
and
yeah.
drunk.
I have a hard time listening to that.
And the most recent, the What Did We Miss? Which I didn't realize he was toasted
Oh, it's
until I
pretty
edited.
toasty. Yep.
He was sauced.
Very.
Is he tired?
Nope.
No.
Well, yes,
he's
but-
very drunk. We have Svend. Your biggest nominee was Wasting Light.
Oh Jesus! Yeah,
I think that you
I
pre-funked.
barely remember that episode.
I think you pre-funked for that for like 5 hours.
Hard because like I did the whole Dave Grohl thing.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I did the whole Dave Grohl
you
pre-front
drink a 6-pack of
with
Coors Light.
all the
and-
Jaeger and yeah, and then I drank during the episode. Yeah, so for sure.
But I said at the beginning of the episode, I was really excited for the episode because all I'm gonna have to do is fucking wind up the monkey and let him go. And that's exactly what the episode was. Tee up,
Oh,
there he goes for
no.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was so fucking easy. I loved it. You also in the What Did We Miss? That's another nominee.
That was another enjoyable night.
You got good and drunk.
Well, yeah.
Mine is the Dirt episode for obvious reasons.
Yes.
I'm not gonna stay sober. And the What Did We Miss episode.
I think we all were pretty happy.
Yeah.
It was a long episode.
Missing what we missed.
Rachel's were the 2 off-season episodes. The
Yeah,
pre-seasons. When you're on your own,
Holy shit.
you get a little sloppy.
That's true. That's probably true. I don't have anyone to impress, David.
But I think the winner, the What Did We Miss?
Oh.
Rachel.
Aw.
We've all been that drunk.
I came in
Drunk.
from a party having already drank a bit that evening.
2 glasses of wine.
Yeah,
Lightweight.
that's
It's allowed. It can't be a serious thing.
That's what makes this podcast listenable and fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Character, flavor.
Plus, I'm kind of pissed that you beat me out for
yeah.
this award.
Yeah.
That's my gig.
Is
I
that why I
think
got
if
the bottle of alcohol for a present?
Yep.
Yes.
I think
Thank you.
if it was consistency, it'd probably be
Oh
it'd
yeah.
be you or me.
Yeah.
I get sloppy a lot. I just
You're
I-
pretty
you
good
don't-
at
you
I feel
don't
like
holding
hear
you
it.
your...
compose yourself.
You're pretty
very
good at-
well, though,
yeah.
when you're drunk.
No, but fun editing.
we don't make any money. What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
This is our 100th episode, by the way.
100th.
100
100
episodes.
shots
Right now, go.
right now.
For those of you that can't see, we have 100 shots lined up on the table.
100.
I think that we've found a space to talk about music in a way that doesn't make listeners who aren't music experts feel like idiots.
Mm-hmm.
We're regular people who have a passion, and we connect with regular people that have the same passion for music. I've shared in the last couple of days, at least privately here with you, the feedback from listeners, especially people I know, they're my friend or something, but getting the feedback that, yeah, it doesn't matter that I'm their friend. We're on their regular. They've recommended our podcast to other people who don't even know me just because of the content and the way that we connect with people in a way that's not condescending and not elitist. That's the ultimate mission. Music has a place in everyone's life, And the fact that we're playing a part in hopefully expanding exposure to music, that's awesome.
My favorite feedback that we get, which we do get, is that people that listen to the podcast that don't feel like they're music gurus or trained in whatever, they still love the podcast. They don't feel talked down to or anything like that. I already quizzed you with what your first episode was. It was episode 1, so you don't have to drink. But Rachel,
I did though.
What number episode was the first one that you did?
17.
Oh, she got it. We have to drink.
I'm gonna have to drink.
That was a wild
twice.
guess.
That was a guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
First, I knew it was in the teens.
well, that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
We're done with 100 episodes. What do you think about that?
It's a lot of episodes.
It's 100, actually.
Right about that.
Right about.
Is it metric or
Is it a metric?
metric?
Cubic feet.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel really privileged to hang out with you guys. I am enamored all the time when I hear you guys talk about music. You guys are the 3 smartest idiots that I know.
Thank
I
you.
just
Good job.
I just love you guys so much. I'm so happy to be a part of this. And yeah, it's nice to hear that people like what we're doing and we're not just talking to the ether. Not that we wouldn't talk to the ether anyway. It's nice to know that people listen and people care and people like what we're doing.
I think it's nuts that I think we started out like thinking we were talking to the ether.
Our
And
first,
then when the ether talked back, like, holy shit.
I thought we'd get like 12 listeners in our first episode.
Right.
And we didn't get a lot. We got, I think it was like 120 or something. But
So
that
that's
was
more than 12.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But to go from that to, because I'm not, it's not like we have big social media presence or anything like that, you know.
Right.
I think we all have like you have like 300 friends on Instagram. But that's the point, you know what I mean? There's
We
no like,
weren't pulling from a larger base. Of
no.
Right.
Yeah, this is the base.
it just grew that way, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
That's what she said.
That's
What number episode was your
I
first?
have no idea, and I'll drink for that.
It was
Guess.
before 17
Was it?
because you were before
He
me.
was, you did 2 episodes before she did one.
What?
2?
The first one was
You did 97
1997.
in corn. Drink 12. There's no
Drink 8.
6.
6?
Oh,
Episode
so
6.
close.
I'll drink 6.
I promise. We've done 100
6.
episodes. How do you feel about that? How do you feel? Tell me about your feelings.
My feelings?
Yeah.
Your feeling.
Do you really want to go there?
Just
No.
the one.
My stomach is full of meat. That's how I feel.
And beer.
Wet meat.
100 episodes. I think I took it so seriously at first, and that was the biggest mistake. I'm
And
kidding.
you were so loud.
I was so loud.
I remember your family was like, God, why are you so loud?
To speak more on conversations we have, at first I was really worried that I would come across as being uneducated about music.
Uneducated?
Uneducated.
You dumb idiot.
See?
Exactly.
These are my fears.
Seriously.
What I realize is that other people who are doing things about music, they're telling their audiences about music. We don't do that. We just talk about music.
Yeah.
Once I was able to kind of settle into that, my fear shifted from previously sounding uneducated to the audience. And now I don't want to sound uneducated to you 3. So I want to be able to engage with you guys smartly and effectively, be the best co-host guest podcaster that I could be, because I just like talking with you guys about music. And
Yeah.
100 episodes doesn't feel like nearly enough.
Yeah.
Agreed. I liked what you said about the ether talking to nobody. That's the thing is
We're talking to each other.
not to the extent, but if this failed miserably, I'd still fucking
Yep.
love doing it.
Absolutely.
You know, maybe not as much, but
Talking about musically educated or not. In the format we have, I'm not the most musically educated. I have a hard time keeping track of who did what on what date, what accomplishments they received, what albums they were on, in what order, what nominations they may have gotten,
that's more
who
like
produced
pop.
what.
I get what
know
you're
a lot
saying.
about I know a lot about music.
Yeah.
Like I can sit there and talk to you about why like a 2-5-1 turnaround works.
That's episode 101.
101. I'm so honored to be in this little crew, this little team, because you push me to try to keep up with those things, being challenged and pushed to listen and analyze and appreciate what other people are creating and making. That's really what this is for me. It's like helping me make a story out of the timeline of the history of music. I don't know. I appreciate that. And I'm
Yeah.
honored to be part of it.
It's big and it's fun and it's a pain in the ass and it's
Totally.
terrifying,
And I'm
and
an
it's not
amateur.
terrifying, and it's annoyed at the feedback and happy at the feedback. And
How has it changed how you listen to music?
I'm supposed to do this.
I know.
Yeah, your turn.
This
Yeah.
sucks.
Go.
I don't like being on
Tables
the-
of turns.
You know what it's made me do? It's made me. I've always kind of been the type of guy that's I have my thing, you have your thing. That's great. Let it be that. But you can't do that on a podcast. If Rachel's bringing in the Killers, and my opinion was just fuck that album fucking sucks, and we do an episode on it, I can't do that.
Did you not like that album?
Well, if you remember our Here's Where You're Wrong,
If.
Fabulous.
it grew on me.
Yeah.
When I really studied it and tried to understand it a little bit. I'm an empathetic person, but I'm not the type of person that would do that. I'm more the type of person that would just say, no, I don't have time to do that. You just stick with your thing. I'll stick with mine. Let's just agree to disagree. Who gives a shit? You can't do that. There's a little bit of a safety net there too, because if I'm talking about an album with one of you, I can say how I feel, even though the feedback to me is going to be DL's an idiot, because I know that most of the time you're going to have the opposing view. There's a freedom that comes with listening and talking about music now, and a force of trying to see it from somebody else's point of view. Like I wouldn't be listening to fucking modern country if it wasn't for you being like, no, dude, listen to these bands. And then I did. I sat down and I listened to one and I was like, holy shit, he's right. The bands of these country groups are impeccable. What, because of the podcast, have you learned about yourself?
I have learned that I actually have a wider range of taste in music than I appear to have. I always default to happy pop music.
Yes.
But I do love so much other stuff that we listen to and have integrated it into my daily listening. And also it is apparent in my Spotify Wrapped in that stupid concert, whatever thing that was. There was so much on there that
Rachel
wasn't.
Fest.
Of course, Rachel Fest was, headlined Blackpink, Taylor Swift.
No.
But there was so much in there that I felt really proud to have some eclectic things on there that I wouldn't have guessed that I listened to as much as I did.
What have you noticed about yourself personally?
Oh, I'm so awesome.
Yeah.
No.
The end.
Sven, how about you?
I kid. I had a lot of insecurity at first. Like I said, I wanted to make sure that I was sounding smart and saying the right things. And I don't know what I'm doing. None of us know what we're doing here.
It's true. It's
And-
so true.
I don't know if I learned anything about myself. Why would I want to do that?
I mean, you're old, so you already
I'm
kind of
so
knew
old.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've had to have
I've
reflected
forgotten
by now.
more than you guys will ever learn about yourselves. No, no, I learned to kind of just let go, realize that what we're doing it's about our experience of the music and not about us trying to tell people about music or trying to evaluate it or judge it. I had a moment, I won't say when because it'll be spoilery, but I had a moment in a recent episode where I was like, oh, fuck, am I living lies here? Because the reaction that you guys had to something, it made me start rethinking a whole bunch of things. And I had to like pull back and be like, no. That's the old way of thinking. I've kind of settled into just realizing that our conversations are what they are. Be more mindful and respectful to both my reactions to the music we listen to and to your guys' reactions to the music we listen to, because that's authentic.
Yeah, I got done editing our last quickfire. Not the what did we miss, but the quickfire where we did 10 albums. We were pretty rough. I went through this whole fucking thing of, I go through this song and dance of trying to get the rights to these bands. There's a specific band. The album is a great album, but because the singing is not the style of singing I like at all, I bashed it in what I thought was a witty way. I led up to it. I wrote it and I was like, okay, that's kind of smart. The way that you do when you write shit. And then when I started coming out with promos and stuff for the episode, the band was like liking our shit on Instagram. And I was like, this could come out and the band's going to fucking listen to it and be like, oh, and then suddenly you have like a singer that feels like shit. One of the things that makes us good is that we're honest. So we don't want to change that. But at the same time, then I thought of myself in a band. I would be so fucking excited if a podcast was arguing about my band. that singer fucking sucks. What are you talking about? No, that singer's fucking awesome.
Right.
I dig
Right.
that. I'd
Yeah.
totally be like, yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And we get that. We get people that are, this podcast would be great if it wasn't for that fucking idiot DL. You know what I mean? Like,
Aw.
but no,
It's so true
it's
though.
fun to get that shit.
Yeah.
Like there's no like,
I think that's refreshing for people too. Like we don't pull punches.
Right.
You don't
Yeah.
pull punches.
no.
You say honest to God truth. And to your comment about if you were in a band and the podcast was doing that, I would want that. Okay. So I'm not going to speak for bands, but like, that's what I would want. I think it's good sometimes to hear the criticism that's negative. It's not always that you find a place that you can go and listen to like good and bad.
Well, you guys can agree or disagree, but I feel like I maybe have mistakenly in those scenarios where maybe one of us really likes something and the rest of us on an episode, whether it's 2-person episode, 3-person episode, or 4-person episode. If someone is like for something and 1, 2, or 3 of the others is like, not so sure.
Yeah.
From the band's point of view, they're going to identify with the person on their side.
Mhm.
Right.
They're going to be like, yeah, we got someone going to bat for us.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
Versus being self-conscious of the whole podcast bashing a band. No, it's, I mean, some of them, yes, but that's because they deserve it.
I know what you mean.
But-
though. Well, and usually if all 4 of us don't like
Yeah,
it, it's an
well,
artist that is
that-
never going to listen to our
Right.
podcast.
Yes.
Drake, Kanye.
You think Kanye will listen to our podcast?
No, you're saying people that won't listen to our podcast that we hate.
Why not
Drake.
a drink?
What?
Oh,
I don't know.
you said Drake. I thought you said drink.
No,
I
Drake.
thought you like drink. Kanye.
I thought she said drink
What?
too.
What?
I was like,
No,
she's.
drink.
I don't know.
you
I drank.
Yeah,
Was I
drink,
not supposed
right?
to drink?
Good job.
And then she
Because
just
I
kept
drank.
It's
saying
like
it. and I-
Kanye's a safe word. Kanye, drink.
Pineapples.
I did. I was like, was there a Kanye rule here?
I don't know.
Oh.
What happened? Did I miss a memo?
Oh.
Anytime anybody mentions anti-Semitism,
Did you guys know that we've actually had a sponsor on the show before?
go on.
Oh yeah, I got those beers.
God damn it, Sven.
But they weren't really beers.
What's our sponsor that we've had?
The thing, the drink.
We were sent beers to drink on an episode.
What? What episode?
Sven and I don't remember what episode. I think it might have been the one where we did
Stuff too in my fridge.
They were that good.
They were awesome.
they were like smoothie beers. They were, what are they called? Slushy beers. Yeah, it's
Why
right up
wasn't I
your
involved?
Right, it was before you were part of the pod.
You could have called me.
We broke Sven.
Jesus H.
It really was.
What did you do to us? So drink because nobody got it right.
Nobody, what? I've been like,
I didn't
Drink
even
or
know
drink?
what we were talking about.
Canadian rap, everybody.
Everybody drink.
So many better than me out there, but I'm still gnarling at the dawn. You may be standing for what's right here, and I may be everything that's wrong. Oh, how I miss being much younger, strung out, nothing here to be, riding off them.
Are you against igniting the night? You're racist.
What?
it's, but it's so cinnamony though. Like, who likes
You don't know,
cinnamon
I'm not
that
even
much?
gonna tell you.
A lot of sugar.
Fireball. I've been thinking about it for like days. Probably.
Since about 2 p.m. this afternoon.
But the thing is, like, music is used oftentimes as a call to action, even not intentionally as a call to action. Like, music elicits some sort of response from the listener. Stupid example being like when Village People sing YMCA and an entire room full of people feel like they have to make the YMCA.
Like when you hear Sarah McLachlan and you need to go adopt a puppy.
And then you need to go adopt a puppy.
Yeah.
Like that type of shit. Like,
That's an interesting thought because I don't know if music has ever been a call to action for me, or if I've always saw music as a soundtrack to
What was
I was
already
deciding to do
Yeah.
at that time. But at the same time, who knows if I was at a club in Reno and I was depressed and then all of a sudden like She Wants Revenge starts playing and then my head subconsciously is like, okay, well you're going deeper in this tonight. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on. When have you ever been at a wedding and just thought, I'll just get up and dance now? No, it's some DJ playing.
Sweet
Yeah.
Caroline.
Yeah, like
That's true.
that was designed to do that. Those calls to action can be so subtle that we don't recognize them. if you think about it, it's
like everyone going
everywhere.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
There just feels like there's times where a song comes on and everybody in the room
I've got a great-
does something.
Okay.
You got one?
This is perfect. So
Huh?
I'm on an airplane that's delayed. And it's one of those, we all got loaded on the airplane and we're stuck on there. And, this is Captain speaking. It's going to be 30 minutes until we take off. There's something, fuel, wing, blah, 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 blah. It had been like 55 minutes. And, the air sucks before you take off and it's just fucking miserable and everybody's pissed off. And all of a sudden, I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner comes on.
Like on the plane.
On the airplane because they're playing music.
That's nice.
And a person like a few rows behind me starts like singing. I swear to God, by the end of the song, like half the plane was like, I want to know what love is. Like, it was one of the coolest music experiences I've ever fucking had.
Yes.
It was
That's
just,
awesome.
like old ass dudes and kids are like having a blast and everybody at the end claps. And then we're back sitting on the miserable fucking plane. But
that 3 minutes.
exactly. That like 2 minutes, you're with 300 strangers that you've never met in your life. That was fucking cool. I'll remember that forever.
I was flying out of Phoenix, and it was back when everyone was doing those Call Me Maybe, Carly Rae Jepsen, like everyone
Love
was doing
song.
those. And same kind of
Were they like
scenario.
dance videos?
Yeah, like where like an entire group of people would start like lip syncing to it and making like
okay.
the Call Me Maybe. I don't know. It was the whole taxiing to take off, get delayed. We're sitting on the tarmac forever. Plane was hot. It was gross. We'd all been sitting there forever. Someone, I think on like their iPad, that they started playing that like Carly Rae Jepsen Call Me Maybe song. And slowly the entire plane started like singing along to it. And pretty soon, like I remember it because the flight attendants were desperately trying to get people to shut up.
Really?
And like sit down. And there was people like literally out of their seats. And like,
Fuck them. What airline
like
was it?
kids, it was South.
Dance
It was, I mean, it was Southwest.
Southwest.
That's the type of shit. Music sometimes just brings movement and action out of people. That it blows my mind.
100%. We use that. We like leverage that. We have like workout playlists. MMA walkout music gets everyone. I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's by design.
Stadiums have like
it's-
specific songs that the
Right. Takes advantage of whatever mechanism is going on there that triggers us to fall in line like Pavlov's dog. And
T Swift makes you want pumpkin spice.
Sure does.
I've got listener
What?
questions.
shots. Is
Oh,
it,
fuck.
are they asking why we're not doing shots?
They
Is that the
are
question?
actually.
Why
They're like,
haven't we figured out a?
why isn't Rachel drinking more caffeine and taking a shot?
I have a
figure-
Coca-Cola Classic in this drink, David.
Classic.
Yawning then.
Classic.
Why
So the
haven't-
caffeine-free
Why
stuff.
haven't we integrated listeners into our drinking games yet?
What?
I brought this up a year ago.
Hey, I
Let's
know.
say, how
I
would
know
we
at
do
least
that?
2 people that drink with us.
2 people.
I do. I think it's just because they drink anyway.
That's probably true. Maybe there could be like a secret word, and you put it in like the bio thing of
You know
each
how
episode.
like the books on tape, they're like ding, and then you like turn the page.
Before we get to listener questions, I got 2 things. I'll do this first. You guys want shots? We'll do shots.
Only if Mark takes one with us.
Yay, Mark!
You guys ready to
Mark.
do some betting?
Hey, Mark.
Shots.
Betting?
Mark has to take a shot.
Mark.
Ooh, what
No,
are we
he
betting?
will.
I'm not taking a shot
He
until.
will. Here's the thing. You guys got to remember which Mark. We have 2 Marks. We have Other Mark and we have Mark.
Mark.
By the way, Other Mark loves Other Mark. He
Other
loves
Mark
the
loves Mark.
nickname Other Mark.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
He was amazing because in the first finale, he asked like 3 questions and they were all about alcohol.
We need a third Mark because then it could be another other
What?
Mark.
Nah.
Mark.
So here's the thing. I'm going to ask you a question. If you are exact on the number, I owe 3 shots. If you are within 3, I owe 1 shot. If you are within 5, it's a wash. Anything more, and you have to drink 3. So here's the question. Svend, how many episodes have you done so far?
Oh my god! You're asking all of
That
us,
is-
so we're not
I've
gonna be.
never seen that way of thinking before.
I know. Total?
Yep.
Eh.
You have 5 seconds.
At least
18.
one.
Oh, buddy, drink 3, buddy.
What is it?
Rachel, how many
Oh.
episodes have you done? I'll give you 10 seconds.
Oh wait. Oh shit. This is the 100th episode
Oh,
right
shit,
now.
That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
Son of a
How
bitch.
many?
David, how many have you done?
35.
Drink. Barely. You're close.
Barely?
It's almost a wash. 52.
52.
Whoa.
Fuck.
Tied for 41.
41?
Tied.
Mhm.
Going down, Stanton.
You're going down, you other Mark.
All right. I got a present for you guys.
Yay!
We have a listener named Angie,
Hey, Angie.
Hi, Angie.
who is an amazing artist. She does watercolors.
Ooh.
Sorry. She does a bunch of the hare and the snail type storybook stuff.
Yeah.
She has been on the podcast. She did on
Okay.
one of our years, she picked her best album for that year.
Oh, sweet.
Anyway, she was going to paint us as characters.
Caricatures.
And
Oh.
Based on just
So-
what our voices sound like.
just based on our
I mean,
characteristics,
people-
our personalities.
Know what we look
I'm
like.
scared.
You are kidding me.
So each one of us got a painting
Holy shit.
with our character like as
Holy
the main.
fucking shit.
I have
thing.
chill. I
you-
literally
this
have
is
chills.
insane.
This
Yeah.
is insanely.
And
What?
yeah, so she wrote something on the back of each one saying like why she
Oh my
picked what she
God.
No
did.
fucking way.
And when I framed them,
Dude.
I put it on the front. So Rachel, this is yours.
this is
It's inspired by "Shake It Off" by Taylor Swift.
Oh my
and it
good
says "Go Girl"
God.
on the back.
Holy shit.
This is why we do this.
Holy
Seriously.
Holy
shit.
shit. Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
She's amazing.
Right? Yeah,
Holy
she's
fuck.
online. We will promote the hell out of it. Evil, inspired by "Everybody Wants Some" by Van Halen, and
Oh.
"My Cock is Much Bigger Than Yours." And then on the bottom it says "Stay Evil."
Oh my
Oh my
god.
Oh my God. This is going Angie, this is going up in my office.
Remember how I said that there was art coming for the back
Yeah.
of your?
I am blown away by this.
So Sven, this one's gonna
Holy
get you.
shit.
I
You're
know
super
it is.
talented.
Oh fuck.
So this was inspired
Oh my
by
goodness.
"Son of a Preacher Man" by Dusty Springfield, and she calls this painting "Sermon on the Moment."
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
This is-
Holy shit. Look.
This is like the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Ever, right?
Like
for
ever.
sure.
Yeah, even framing them, I was getting choked
This
up.
this
Like,
is yeah, like this is going over my desk.
Yeah.
This is like my workspace.
so. Angie, we kind of like these,
Just a little bit.
Thank
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit.
What's yours?
and then this is
Show me
mine,
yours.
inspired by Tom Waits' "Going Out West."
That is so cool. Okay, Angie, I'm making art for you at some point
That's great.
because
Isn't that awesome?
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Right?
Holy shit. This is
Ah.
I'm speechless.
I don't know how nobody is crying right
I know,
now.
I'm speechless.
I mean,
how do we
like
top that?
that alone is worth doing the fucking podcast
Yeah.
for, right? She has a
That's
question.
all I need.
Okay,
Okay, what do you
what's
want?
she?
And
deserve-
I think this will go. We'll go to Sven first, but Angie's question is: how much did the music your parents listened to influence what you listen to now, either positively or not, or did it not influence you?
The music that was playing in my household growing up influenced me. My mom was my piano teacher.
Yeah,
So definitely just as a part of music lessons, there was listening involved. That phase in my musical development where I played a lot and listened to a lot of the same music as my parents. But nowhere along that journey did my parents ever inhibit me from progressing beyond their music genres and you know, like what they listen to.
they didn't have like specific type of music you couldn't listen to, or like albums that they. didn't?
Well, there were times like I remember Nirvana in Utero was an album that was confiscated from my room.
Is that like because of "Rape Me"?
Rape me. I was a pastor's son, so preacher's kid, literally son of a preacher's
You're like
man.
"Son of a Preacher Man."
There were times where certain things lyrically were because of my age. I don't know. It's weird because my experience with my parents as an adult is completely different as my entire childhood growing up. They're super open-minded. I don't know. I guess in the end, the way that comes back around is now that I'm a parent, it helps me really like put more thought into the content that my children experience. I think it's really important to pay attention to the individual. Like each kid, each person, each human is different, and what they're capable of absorbing and what they're capable of healthily digesting is different. I don't know if that answers the question. I just went down a rabbit hole. I'm sorry.
You did.
I totally went down a rabbit hole.
It's a good rabbit hole,
If
though.
that was not an adequate.
In my house, there was a lot of 70s rock and roll.
Hippies.
Fucking hippies.
Mhm.
He'd admit it. It wasn't so much the music that shaped me, I think, but more that there was music constantly playing all the time. And it was just kind of a background in my life. I didn't get any censorship,
Yeah.
but I also didn't really listen to anything that needed to be censored. I mean, I had Paula Abdul was my first CD purchase,
Whoa, I mean,
followed by Bad. It shaped me in the way that I knew that it was a thing that I was supposed to do, and not in like a forced way, but just like a normal thing. Like I learned growing up that you just go to college after school, and so I just went to college after school, and I learned that music was just a thing that happened all the time, and it's just this constant in my life. Bob Dylan, Creedence, James Taylor.
I'm jealous.
I think those
like
are the
I would have
top.
loved that.
And
I had
my-
a touch of that, but I would have loved that.
My dad had albums for days, a grotesque amount of music in my house all the time, like a David amount of albums in my house
that?
when I was a kid.
I know that my parents did influence my listening. I like to think that they didn't. The bottom line is if my favorite band is Alice in Chains, and that's my dad's favorite.
Yeah.
So it's pretty obvious. My mom was pretty much a listen to whatever anyone else is listening to, but that meant that like she had a boyfriend for a long period of time that listened to a lot of classic, Boston, Pink Floyd, that sort of thing. So I was into that. And my uncle, Steve, would always he'd come over and he'd always listen to like fucking Kansas and Little Feat and like the cool 70s rock. But yeah, my dad.
Is he the Built to Spill fan?
No, that's too new, man. But yeah, my dad was super into the 80s, like, Dio and Dawkins and fucking.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then he got into the grunge stuff, and after that, it was all grunge. I think I did a really good job of finding my own stuff, but then I look back on my favorites, and I'm like, oh, no, like, one of my favorite songs ever is Bells of St. James by Kansas, which is the most obscure fucking Kansas song. And it's absolutely because it reminds you of, playing Scrabble with my drunk uncle and mom on a Saturday night. You know what I mean? It just brings back good memories. What about you, my man? How did your mom influence you hating country?
There's a direct answer to that.
I know.
I know. So my mom listened mostly to. I come from cow people. my
love
my
the cow
mom's
people.
yeah my
I'll never
mom's
get sick of
family
the cow people.
were cow people. My mom's family were cattlemen. My grandpa, who passed away before I was born, he literally would be up in the mountains with cattle. His parents homesteaded. My dad was a bull rider professionally. On paper, I should be a country music fan, like totally country music fan.
Yeah.
Not at all. I'm not. When I was like of the age where I was like starting to be interested in music, my mom listened to a mix of like pop country of the time, like Randy Travis, like soft pop country stuff.
Cyrus.
No, maybe
Randy
later.
Jackson. Oh no, who was it? Clint Black. Clint Black.
Black. Yeah, I'm thinking even before that, she was like adult contemporary, like yacht rock and like later
Jimmy
Fleetwood
Buffett.
Mac, yeah, that kind of stuff. That was like her jam, and she mostly listened to stuff on the radio. She didn't really buy music. My dad was way more into music, and my parents divorced when I was pretty young, and I lived primarily with my mom. But my dad he was like a music fan. Rockabilly, he loved Elvis, he loved Roy Orbison, he was into like the outlaw country, the birds of the word kind of stuff, like ooh, mow, mow. He loved that stuff. He loved Chet Atkins.
Oh,
He
shit,
liked
yeah.
Yeah.
and so I think I picked up those cues.
You
And
definitely did.
yeah, of course I did. Of course I did. I love Sturgill Simpson.
Yeah.
And there are modern versions of outlaw country that I do really dig.
Mr.
But
Peck.
yeah, Orville Peck.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I feel like you've got to live like 3 or 4 decades before you appreciate country music, like
That's a
real
good-
country,
that's-
real country music.
Real.
That's well
fair.
said.
Like
That is.
if you're like 20 years old, you're fucking not gonna get it.
No,
Mhm.
you're not. That's
No.
good. Heather from Portland. How much? Kind of a weirdly. Well, I'm not gonna. What a stupid fucking question, Heather.
Yeah.
Heather from
Shit.
Portland asks, how much do you practice and study for each episode?
Practice.
Let's start least to most.
So
Svend.
practice.
I got the
I
perfect
guarantee you
answer.
nobody practices.
Perfect
Nobody
answer.
practices.
I actually did practice my 2 minutes from What Did We Miss? It's the
Oh,
I'm such
that's
a
fair.
fucking idiot.
Such
This is how much I overthink. I gave everybody 2 minutes. This has to be 2 minutes. And then
Shit,
the
he
episode
timed it.
starts. I'm like, what the
What does it matter?
like why exactly? Like what the fuck am I doing? So anyway, I probably practice the most, but that's just cuz I'm an idiot.
I definitely don't practice at all. I definitely overthought the very first episode. I stressed out. I sweated a lot, but then I got used to it. As far as studying, it definitely depends on the content. If there's more of a story involved, I definitely study more. Joy Division, Amy Winehouse, the Beatles. When we're really taking deep dives, I really like to get into the weeds of their lives and really understand their music.
Svend.
How deep do you go, Svend?
Svend
Man.
doesn't
Amanda?
study or
Sorry.
Wrong person.
Sorry.
You're asking. How much do you think I study? Because that is exactly how much I study.
Here's the thing.
Okay, tell me this. The What Did We Miss episode, besides Willow, did you listen to any other albums more than once?
Yes, 2 albums more than once.
Besides Willow or including?
Besides Willow, Motomami is still
Oh, so good.
going.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
still
Yeah.
listening to it a bunch. Dr. Charles Core. I know we were talking about Harry Parch. Anything I could to make sure that I didn't sound like a fucking idiot in front of the guy that's like the expert. In general, everything gets a listen through, a glance, and then one more like actual digestive listen. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know what you're saying.
you know, like sometimes you glance.
I want to touch on this more, but I want to hear his answer first
Yeah.
to the same question.
Okay.
I will write down
Plus, I also
funny
like give
jokes.
intros and shit.
I do. I
Okay,
will.
That's different.
Tagging funny jokes is practice.
yeah, you're a dad joke guy.
I'll do that
You
because
Dad
damn
vibes.
I was like thinking through something and I was like talking to myself laughing in my office. And Megan walks in, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, and she's, "You getting ready for your podcast?"
Laughing at
I'm like,
yourself?
"Oh, yes." Because I like a funny idea. So maybe I do practice a little bit. That is so interesting because I do think it is changes contextually depending on the content of the episode. The Woodstock episodes too. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like those are the ones I probably studied, like in the true sense of the
Yeah.
word studied the most.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch more on those later, but
Yeah.
That's what
Yes.
she said.
And-
Oh.
Edit that out.
No.
What have you done?
That was
top
a-
10 reasons that we don't have a
No touch.
full episode non-edited for our listeners.
Right.
It's easy to say, well, why the fuck don't you just, this is a 2-person podcast. It's easy to say like, well, you know what you do is you wait for a Saturday night and you pour yourself a cocktail and you just pick an album, you turn it on. When you're dissecting a fucking year, you can't do that.
No.
30 seconds for the first 3
Right.
songs, like, oh, nope. Yep.
Nope. Oh,
Oh,
this is
wait.
awesome. Yeah.
Exactly.
We just had a moment right there.
Jesus H. Fuck. This is not our place. We can't take these kids anywhere. God damn. I study a lot. That's all I know.
I'm gonna start.
Dawn from.
I know Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
Do you know a Dawn?
I do know a Dawn.
I wonder if it's this Dawn.
I hope not.
Don, Dawn.
Don.
Dawn.
Okay, fine. Hey, girl.
Down.
Much better.
It's actually a boy.
Hey.
Oh, it's a Dawn
Dawn.
with a
So
DW
fucking
in?
sexist.
What?
No, I'm kidding. What?
Are you trying?
Evo, back to you.
Yes.
What parts of doing the podcast help you succeed in your daily life? I purposely tried to
Holy-
just type them out and not pay attention to them. That's a
Wow.
hard fucking question.
I got one. Holy shit.
I'm going to tell you how it helps us succeed in daily life.
I know how it
We have this little thing called a chat pile.
Do you know what? Honestly, I actually have an answer to that.
Good.
I do.
Great.
Go.
Should I give it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
All right.
yeah, that's what.
Like from 2009 until just recently, I've worked in careers that I've been self-employed in.
Mm-hmm.
But I've transitioned to working remotely. If I didn't have the actual processes in place to like meet and talk virtually, I don't know if I would have been as successful in these roles.
Interesting.
Yeah. So just like from a logistical,
You got
seriously.
the gear.
Yeah.
You're set up to like.
I'm like set
yeah.
up. I can do like
You're like
badass,
the king of Zoom.
Exactly. Like
in
everyone's
the Zoom
like,
meeting,
you
everyone's
got
like,
such a
why
sweet
are you
setup.
so crisp?
Yeah.
We can hear you, so
sound so
well.
good.
You said
You have such a good
Quisp.
quisp. The podcast has made me worse at life, and I am failing utterly. Is the question.
Yay!
It's given me a good outlet for my
That's the
alcoholism.
question. That was my answer, actually. That's how
true.
bad I am right now. No.
For me, it's made me be social. I'm not a fucking social person.
Look, you have
I don't like
friends now.
people. Yeah, I went from 0 friends to 3 friends.
Yay!
No, it really had. It's made me be social. It's made me like have to like, okay, I gotta go talk to this person, and
I have a painting from Angie in Wales. I
and now
feel
we
like
have
I am,
fucking watercolor paintings.
yeah,
that are
that's
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm succeeding at life.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It makes me work, my real work faster so I can get to fun work.
Did anybody else successful?
So it makes you
there's that.
sloppier on your real
Sweet.
job.
Work my work.
You guys all drink this?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't make me sloppier on my real job. It makes me not sloppier on my real job. Let's take that back. What part of this?
Win
I-
friends and influence people.
Yeah, I definitely talk to people about it.
Oh, we'll
love
go right
dust.
back to you. Why don't you take a drink?
This or the water
Both.
or
Well,
the
this is
Fireball
a drink
Tower.
too, right?
Yeah, that has.
You
drink.
don't have to drink the
It has
Fireball.
Malibu in
But
it.
I think the person next to you should. Carrie from Knoxville asks,
I think it's pronounced Knoxville.
Carrie in Knoxville, Tennessee. Rachel, or no, we'll start with Rachel. What do each of you do for your real job?
I work at a nuclear lab.
Are you allowed to even talk about this?
I can say where I work. I just can't tell you about
Like-
codes.
Sven, what do you do?
That's a really good question. I don't know that the people that I do it for even know what I do for them. I produce live stream content and I produce audio content, and I do this both freelance and for several clients. Music and video for people's eyeballs and ears.
Thank you for that soundbite. I can cut out the rest. Evil.
You're a dick.
Good luck.
I recently started a new position as
Awesome
a
position.
very awesome position with a
That's what she said.
Yep. With a
Oh, wow.
killer company. I'm a
Oh, wait.
web and SEO strategist per my title, which means I
Yeah,
build
you are.
websites and fine-tune search engine optimization. I also worked for a number of years as a strength coach with
Yeah, you did.
kettlebells. And
You like kettlebells?
He's my
I do
personal
like
trainer.
kettlebells.
He's
And
been really
yeah.
disappointed in
Dude,
my
that's-
dieting habits since we've been hanging out. Amy from Allentown.
what do you
I don't-
wait.
What?
You skipped yours.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I work in veterinary dentistry. Up until the last couple years, there hasn't been a lot of dental trained in the veterinary industry. So that's what I do. Amy from Allentown asks, what are each of your favorite movies? What's your favorite movie of all time?
Empire Strikes Back.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
What did you say?
Empire Strikes Back.
Oh my God. I was gonna okay. And New Hope.
You can
like
have-
this, we're gonna
Oh.
Star
Yeah.
Wars fight it out.
And hers is Return of the Jedi.
And mine's Return
which-
of the Jedi.
Are
No,
you
it isn't.
fucking serious?
No,
No.
not
Okay,
at all.
thank God.
Oh my gosh, there's so many good movies.
You have a favorite? Come on. Everybody has a favorite movie.
What's the one with the people in it?
Well, you love it
The
so much.
one with the people in it.
Oh,
I
you're
was
talking
trying
about
to-
Johnny Mnemonic.
No,
Amanda, what's
The-
your favorite?
The best. What's the best movie? Tiffany, do you know the name of it?
But you got to give me more than the movie with the people.
The with
it have
Jared Leto in it.
Oh,
and the drugs.
That's your favorite
Re-
movie of
I
all
think that
time?
is-
for a
I
Dream.
think that is the best movie of all time.
Is it your favorite? Do you put
You
it on
won't ever
repeat
watch it
and
again.
watch it all the time?
I've watched it at least twice. Then
kind of
Bridesmaids.
animal are
I don't
you?
know. I mean, that's a movie I would watch all the
That's
time.
actually a good. That's a good dual.
Oh, that's a good one too.
like
that's also sad.
watch all the time for nothing and great movie, never watch again type of. You got a kind of an answer from Rachel.
Let's go with Bridesmaids.
Let's go with Bridesmaids. My favorite movie of all time is The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
Nah.
Oh my god.
Very good movie.
I want to watch Hot Fuzz now. Jen from Iowa. This is good. This might take too
Everybody
long.
at the
We might
same
even-
time.
If each one of you was a fictional character, who would you all be?
Who's answering?
All
I
of
think
us
we
at the
can
same
answer
time.
collectively. Like we can think about it and say.
Like, who do we most relate to, or who would we want to be?
It's
I
really
think
good.
it's like who's your personality?
Because can I pick a superhero?
I
Yeah,
think
but
that's
we're
kinda-
gonna
I think that's
disagree
kind of
with
the
it.
thing. Although, like, right?
Hey, Jen from Iowa, DL here. No, not that DL at the 100th episode. A more sober, more in the future DL. And I felt so bad that we didn't answer your question properly because, as you are soon about to see, we were not able to answer your question mostly. But I'm going to answer it now. I've gotten some time to think about it, and I have decided that everybody is a little bit of Parks and Rec. We have Evil, who I'd say is about 60% Ron Swanson, 40% Chris Traeger. We have Rachel, who is, I'd say, about 75% Ann Perkins, 10% Leslie Knope. And the rest has got to be Tom Haverford, because she's all about the pop bangers. Your friendly neighborhood DL. I'm a little bit of Ron Swanson. I'm a lot of bit of April Ludgate. And then I'm probably mostly the rest Ben Wyatt. Yeah, boring, but what are you going to do? As far as Svend, we did actually have an answer for that one, and I'm going to let you hear that. So see, we do care. We do want to answer properly. So much so that we'll add it in after. Hey, thanks, Jen from Iowa. Jen,
You know what?
I'm so glad you listened
Jen,
to this.
that kid
We
is
can't
back
answer.
on the escalator. It's too broad. I
We're a
mean,
bunch
how
of
do we?
idiots.
You are fucking Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle.
Did
That's
we?
who you are.
I do like pepperoni pizza.
That's who you are.
That's amazing.
He's Michelangelo.
Yes.
We should get pizza.
Dude. We figured out who Svend is. Svend's Michelangelo.
There's
He's a
one.
party dude.
Three more.
Svend is Michelangelo. That's an amazing
That's
answer.
as far as we
That's
got.
all we got.
Yeah.
Here is a great question by the one and only that we all love,
Mark.
but only I'm not
yeah.
Carrie
no?
Kirkland.
Oh, Carrie!
Yay!
Svend.
Yes.
Well, all of you.
All
so
of us.
whoever thinks of it first.
But mostly
What?
Svend.
Diana Krall.
Number
Oh.
one song you want played at your
Love
funeral.
her. Oh.
That's a great
Because
question.
popsicle toes is one of the.
Popsicle toes at your funeral?
Mind your
I don't know. I
business.
want
It's
my-
his funeral.
I want my
It's true. I'm
fucking
sorry.
funeral
I'm sorry. I'm
party.
sorry.
I don't
I want-
Judging his funeral?
Jesus wonderful.
Christ. At my
Jesus.
funeral? What do you?
Whatever, idiot.
Son of a Dusty Springfield. I'm sorry. That's got to be at my funeral. I imagine my funeral, hopefully, a celebration and not some like boring ass, rather have people dancing and celebrating and happy and shit. But I'm a son of a preacher man. So like Dusty Spring, I don't know. I feel like that's son of a preacher man. And I will drink some Fireball.
Rachel, you have one?
Oh my gosh.
I got a tie.
Tie.
I want River of Deceit by Mad Season, and I want Loser by Beck.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's it.
You're not a
That's
loser.
good.
I want to go out on that.
But it's a good song.
It doesn't matter. Who
So
cares? You're dead. Who cares?
Un
River?
perdedor.
Exactly.
Is this like while they're doing the picture thing?
Soy un perdedor. Do you have an answer to this?
Yes.
Is it Panama?
No, it is a Van Halen song. It's their cover of Happy Trails.
Please don't spill that too.
I won't get the door.
Because we don't have
That's
any more
good.
Fireball.
Yeah.
That
Happy
is
Trails.
What'd you say?
Right after Ice Cream Man
Right after Another One Bites the Dust.
Oh, that's
by
good.
Queen.
Yeah.
Why did I ask?
I don't know.
By
Maybe-
like there's multiple.
There might be.
By Queen?
You mean the Queen version of Another One?
No, by Snow.
Informer. Another one bites the dust. Another day.
I was like,
Rachel, it's all on you.
You know, I don't mean to be like boring, but I'll Fly Away.
I did it my way by
Mm,
what's his name?
Sinatra.
No,
Frankie.
the other one.
Dean.
Other Mark. Oh my God, he has multiple.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Is it
Yeah.
hard not living in the same town having a podcast?
Emotionally, yes. Next question.
I've found it's not as hard as I thought.
We live in the same town.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, Meridian
hang out with
boys.
us?
I mean, it's just close.
do you
Keep going.
fuck
Like,
Yeah.
outside
I
of
mean,
this?
like,
what?
Bah, you creep.
What?
You're
The noodles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's, after.
Hey, look at that.
Next
we made
weekend.
friends.
Okay.
Look at that.
Hey.
It's real easy for Sven and I. I wish we could do in-person podcasts more than once a year.
I think we're.
At
I think maybe
least
we,
like 1.5
try to do
times
2 a year?
A year.
we can do 2 a year, but it's not that bad doing them like that. What is your desert island drink? So-
wait.
Water.
I take that as one.
Yeah. I mean, like.
I
Fixing this for you, Mark. I mean, you asked for that. But what is your desert? Sven, one alcoholic drink, and if you say beer, it has to be a specific beer. For the rest of you, Desert Island, till you die. What is it?
Carbonated mineral water with lime and tequila.
That's a good answer.
I would say caramel frappuccino with wild turkey.
What?
That was good. Caramel frappuccino, wild turkey. That was real good. You should try it, James. Expand your horizons.
Vodka and LaCroix.
This is a hard question because
It's easy for me.
what is it?
A Paloma.
Oh, fucking
Sugar active.
Fucking A.
If I had to drink one forever, Paloma. Easy.
Forever.
It's refreshing, delicious.
It really is.
It is refreshing. It's good for a desert island.
Mhm. Yeah, right? Water is overrated.
You're gonna die quick.
I think I'll do a mojito. Well, it's the same fucking thing. What is your go-to summer day drink? Oh, no.
That's different.
Sorry.
What?
is your go-to summer day drink album?
Ooh, summer drink
yeah.
album.
Which Van Halen album do you like most for summer afternoon?
Mine is anything Crash Test Dummies. Doesn't
You
matter.
love Crash Test
I
Dummies.
do. It's been
Summer
proven.
day. I can't think of anything but Women and Children First now because you guys said it.
I mean, that's a good summer day.
It really is.
I feel like summer. I just like yacht rock for summertime. But if I had to pick like an album, which is not yacht rock whatsoever, maybe Lover, Taylor Swift.
Totes.
You don't know.
I don't.
I usually don't listen to like an album on a summer day drinking. It's like a playlist, but does it matter if it ruins my top stuff for tomorrow?
Well, you didn't have to
Well, it
say
didn't
that.
until now.
You dumb idiots.
So Svend can't answer the
I
question.
can't answer the question.
Other Mark, we do like you. We can't answer it.
Well, Sven can't.
Sven
We all
can't.
did.
We did. This is from Jay. Just Jay. No town, no name.
Just Jay.
Is it the letter
That's the
J?
best.
We're gonna call you Jay Anonymous. Oh, this is good.
Oh,
That's what
I'm stoked.
Can we agree on just Jay? Like
Set.
that's a great name.
So this is from Just Jay. Honesty time.
Yeah.
Have you ever faked drinking on an episode?
Yes.
What?
No.
What?
Yeah.
You have not.
Mm-mm.
You
Yeah.
have.
Oh yeah.
You.
No.
I don't know. Wait, you have. I have.
What? You faked it?
I have.
I feel so.
That's what she
With
said.
who?
It actually, I'm gonna edit this out, but it wasn't with any of you.
Appreciate that. I
Mhm.
appreciate that.
No problem.
It's
yeah, you
true.
do.
I'm like
Yeah, you
trying
do.
to think down like. What
Okay,
were the
so guess
interviews
what?
he did without
You know,
any of us.
it's
You and I,
we have to drink.
we owe a shot
Well,
Why?
because we faked drinking on an episode.
it's
Oh.
it's
Wow.
usually when I've run out of whatever I'm drinking and I can't get up and go get a drink when I say Van Halen 20 times every episode.
You do say it a lot.
This is why you need a cooler, gentlemen. This is where the cooler comes on. You have a cooler.
I was really, really sick, and I was a little bit on edge for an episode, so I faked a martini.
Was it?
It was-
Oh.
Who edits the episode? God damn, this person asks a lot of questions. Who edits the episodes? I do.
Me.
Does
Every episode. David does nothing.
let's see who edits because we'll figure it. Does everyone listen first? No.
No.
You guys are surprisingly cool about that.
Yeah,
We trust you.
that's actually something I think that's good to address.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Airing of
and
grievances.
with the finger out and everything.
No, we'll get with the finger out.
Let
but
me go
also,
get the Festivus poll.
as somebody whose profession it is to edit other people's stuff, both video and audio, all of us are very trusting. It's a safe space. Let
Yes.
me start out
It
by
is.
saying that I feel like this podcast is a safe space for all four of us to speak our minds about music.
Yeah.
None of us, I can say, I don't care that I don't get a proof before it comes out, and I feel like we
Same.
probably feel that way. Like,
I purposely keep in stuff that makes us all sound smart and all sound stupid.
Yeah.
It's kind of,
That's the point.
yeah. Exactly.
absolutely.
But you take out all the stuff.
Except for what she just said.
Just
I'm
kidding.
leaving that in.
No, you're not. I'll kill you.
Is it weird to hear a release with you on it?
Not anymore.
Not yeah. I listen to other episodes more so than the ones that I'm on.
Really?
Do you really?
Yeah.
How much is edited out?
So much depends.
Well, so far we're on 2 hours and 6 minutes on the 37th minute of this episode. It depends on the episode.
Yeah.
Like, what did we miss was a fucking 4.5 hour.
was it that long?
It was
Yeah,
long as
oh
fuck.
my god.
And it was boiled down to 1 hour
drank
and
a
40
lot.
minutes. But there are also times where we have a 90-minute episode boiled down to 60. So
I remember times where we've been in the middle of recording an episode and you're like, shit, this needs to be a 2-parter. We're going to keep going. And I'm going to just split the edit into 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So I know that there's been times where it's happened. Instead of editing down, you've opted to keep content and make it a 2parter.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the
It's
shit's
all about
good.
the content, right?
We're going to talk about that. Last question from
We
Just
just did.
Jay. Will you ever have here we go. Will you ever have full non-edited episodes?
Probably not.
I'm not comfortable having completely not edited. But
When we start touring live, it will not be
oh
edited.
god, you just made me scared for if we ever do that. I think at some point there will be some form of Patreon, and I know I roll, but
Live
if,
episodes.
if we're gonna
If
keep
we
going,
did some live episodes.
I foresee live episodes in the future. I think we have enough fans in certain places to do live episodes in a couple years, and that obviously those won't be edited except for when I edit them.
If they're live. If they're live.
Mia from Oz, from Australia, she's been a fan since day one. I want to start a podcast. Do
it.
you have advice?
Oh, I need so much more information.
Advice is you should do it.
Yes.
Advice is also that you should find some friends to help you do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's what made this a success, is different perspectives from several of us that are friends.
I think that's good advice, especially we are not famous people. But if someone who had a fan base already existing, they could maybe set out and do a solo podcast and turn it into something. The thing that will draw in listeners is an authentic conversation.
Yeah.
That's going back to some of the questions about like my own insecurities about talk to the audience about that's not what people want to hear. People want to hear us talking amongst ourselves about things. And you have to be authentic for that to really work out.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
It's just fun. Like, even if you don't get a huge following of people, it's fun to have a product and evidence that you did something with your day, with your life, even if only your dad listens to it. Hi, Dad.
My advice would be do not care
Yeah.
how many people listen to it. Do not care. Love the content enough
Yes.
to not give a shit.
Do it
There you go.
How
for
big
the
it's gonna
content,
get.
for the creativity, for the outlet.
Yes.
Do it for yourself.
Also, it's fucking hard. It is. It's a time suck. It costs money. Just be
No, it doesn't, does it?
be prepared. That's all I'm saying.
Someone will pay the bill.
Do it.
Find someone
Be
to pay that
prepared.
bill.
Find someone who will regularly text you promo reminder
Every week.
every week.
At least once a week.
Oh, segue. Jennifer A from Rhode Island. What is your favorite promo that we've done?
Ooh.
Stick the down.
I don't know if this is my favorite or if it's just top of mind because we were discussing it earlier and it's the System of the Down one.
God, that was good.
It was funny. We've had some really good ones though. We've had maybe better ones since then.
It's got to be the Rachel accent. It totally is.
Okay.
Not only were you doing pretty good on your accents, the lines you were saying, that was just a fucking good promo. You know what else? The non-funny promos. Juice WRLD and Janet Jackson. Our Janet
Creep.
Jackson promo was ripped off.
Yeah.
Like it was stolen
What?
Oh, what?
by
Yeah.
another Instagram account.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I have to pause. Give this guy over here sitting in front of me props.
Huh.
Seven Nutson is one amazing promo producer.
Yeah,
Like
Sven
Yeah.
is
Sven is so Sven.
Every time you
is-
say his name,
is-
it needs to be something
I
different.
feel like we have a secret weapon that he should know that we are all in awe of what he pulls off every single week. I look forward to seeing the promos every week.
I do too.
Because I'll shoot my part for the ones that I'm part of and I'll send my stuff in and then I'm like, I hope that was good enough. And somehow he makes it fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah. I'm going to,
Half the time it's very much oh my God, this is so dumb. And then I watch it, I'm like,
No.
that's fucking,
No way.
that's
Oh
fucking
my God.
great.
No,
Yes.
yeah. It's always great. I can't pick the best because like they're all the best. Every single time that I get to edit one of those promos,
It's unfortunate that we're not doing it anymore.
it's yeah, and it's unfortunate that we're not doing it anymore.
You know what though?
But, like,
when
the
when
fact
we
that
when if
I feel like any of us could one take any of the promos because we know each other enough now.
it's-
Like
We're not Ralph Fiennes. Like we're not going for the Oscar here.
No.
no, but like still like
We're like trying to one up each other now.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Nicole from New York. I feel like when we drink, we go into rabbit holes. It's the weirdest thing.
no.
Nicole from New York. What do you think? Oh, this is good.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
What do you think are the things you do best and worst on the podcast?
Oh.
I think I do good research stuff and memorizing facts that don't matter.
It's a
Don't matter, but they
podcast. That's
do
completely
kind of-
important.
I feel like I don't know the facts that matter, but I'm really good at
Bullshit.
what?
This isn't a criticism. This is a compliment. You are so good at winging it.
I was going to
What?
say that earlier when we were talking about how much we study, and you were saying, "Oh, I study like 4 seconds." That's all you fucking need.
Yeah.
You are like Rain Man. I feel like when you hear some sort of music,
I feel like we are really good at complimenting each other in the most negative way possible.
We are
feeling
so
that.
passive aggressively amazing.
Feeling that.
So what are you bad at then? Like, no, what do you think you're bad at?
parenting.
No.
Where's your kid, by the way?
Are you serious? That's definitely not true. Like,
I think she's joking, Sven.
yeah.
These are
Wait,
very
wait.
good questions.
Deep fucking questions, man.
I think this would be easier for us to answer about each other.
Oh, sure.
Mm.
No.
Well, no. And in like,
There you
as
go
you
with
start
that finger
saying,
pointing again.
you're going with like your. Okay,
Let's figure
everybody
a
that's
way.
listening, DL does the prep. He does the planning. He sends us scripts. He tells us what to research. He reminds us. He reminds us of what we're supposed to be listening to. He reminds us of things that are upcoming. He reminds us of important recording dates. He reminds us of the topics of upcoming episodes. And then he edits the hours long. Okay, right now I'm looking at my thing. I'm about to hit 2 hours and what am I at? 23, 24 minutes. This episode's not going to be 2 hours and 24 minutes. So, well, by the time of the end of this, like 2, 3, 4, who knows how many hours. So, yeah.
Well, thanks, Sven. Anyway,
Anyway,
but what I'm bad at,
well, what you're bad at, that's what you're good at.
nothing. I'm not bad at anything.
Taking compliments.
Accurate.
Yes.
You know what I'm bad at? I still, even to this day, even though it's a stupid music podcast, I can take things personally, and it's kind of silly.
That's true.
Um,
You're not as tough as you look.
That's human.
Don't take that
Hey!
personally.
That's human.
I have a hard time with the really deep questions.
like this.
Yes, like this one. Thinking deeply and speaking intelligently on the fly is hard to do because I like to take my time and really.
Especially we drink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because we're drunk
We're
when we do
drunk.
this.
You know how hard it is to concentrate on a fucking.
I apparently also have a really hard time not mentioning Van Halen every episode.
Drink.
Drink.
Yeah. I lose track a lot.
That's true.
So there's that.
You're kind of like him. I'll study for a long time and I'll think that I'll really have the shit figured out. And then you'll say something
Mhm.
and I'll be
Yeah.
like, he just fucking schooled me. Like he just fucking.
This is
That's
where
not
I feel like it's
intentional.
easier for us to call
I
out
say
each
that,
other's.
That doesn't make it better. That's not intentional. I don't even think about it. You have become by far the most open-minded on the fucking podcast.
Yes,
Thanks.
that is actually
You,
true.
I don't know
Which
what happened this year, but you
irks
suddenly
me
were like,
beyond- Are you fucking kidding me? That irks me.
yeah,
Like,
you
yeah.
were suddenly like, I'm just gonna listen
Yeah.
to everything, give it a chance.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
kind of like it.
You
and-
beat me at my own game.
Ah, suck a dick.
Think I will.
Nuts in. Nuts in?
God damn it.
I'm gonna ask your guys' help. This question was a call out at me. How do you guys think this is pronounced? Genia.
G-E.
GEN.
Genia? We're gonna say Genia. So Genia, I hope that's correct. If it's not, I apologize. Didn't say where he or she is from. The Grammys. This is an interesting.
You hate the Grammys.
Jesus.
This is not going to end well.
David said that he doesn't like the Grammys because music art shouldn't be judged, but that's what your entire podcast is.
Oh!
Explain yourself. She ended it. He or she ended it with "Explain yourself."
Yeah, explain
Yeah.
yourself.
We're not
Do it.
paid, and we don't give out awards for being paid.
We do give out awards, but they aren't paid.
We're not
They're
paid
paid.
though.
We're not paid.
They're not.
We
There's
pay
not
for
an
them in blood
academy.
and fireballs.
Yeah.
There's not an academy, but it's still doing the same thing that it.
I disagree 100%. This is not a fucking awards show. This is not a spectacle to sell advertisement.
Very much so. And I feel like we're also very.
Although we're not opposed to advertisement.
I try to repeat frequently that I will be the first to admit that I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Exactly.
None of
That's
us
true.
do. I don't remember what episode it was, but I talked about you and me and Blackpink.
In
Like,
your area?
are you right because you listen to them all the time, or am I right because I researched a different part of it? Like, nobody, it doesn't fucking matter. Who the fuck cares? That's a terrible question, Genie. Yeah?
I think it's a fair
I think it's
question.
a
I think
very
it's a
good
fair
question.
question. I think it's a fair question.
I was kidding. I put it on here. It's a great question.
If you
They
don't,
claim a lot more clout than we do.
yeah.
That's
And
true.
if you don't believe that there's pay for play at award
Oh,
shows,
God.
then fucking open your eyes a little bit.
Well, look at our Grammy episode that we did with Mark and Kevin. Kevin, who's worked the fucking Grammys for
Right.
8 years, was like, "Yeah, that's all it is. It's artists that
Yeah,
pay to be there,
yeah.
being there.
Right.
Being there.
That's all it fucking
Yes.
is."
That said, I'm not going to stop judging anything. To Jenia's point, that is what we're doing. We're passing our individual judgment onto it. It's not like we're saying this is the best thing ever. And
I also think that if there was something writing on it, like let's say that we in the fucking otherworldly dream, whatever, we end up big enough to where we have Grammy
Some
votes.
sort of influence.
Because that's the thing is not only do Grammys dictate the stupid idiot artist that wins it, they also dictate anybody that worked on it on that album can
Yeah.
now say I was on a Grammy winning
winning-
album.
Yeah.
And the
this is-
pressure that would be,
Yeah.
can we just not?
This opens up a whole nother, like, in the industry, what the grack.
What the grack?
What the grack?
Okay, guys, we're at Mark Kowal's question.
Oh, Mark.
See, Mark, people do like it.
Hey, we love you.
First question for end of the year: how on earth do you have time to listen to all this music?
Ugh.
Much of
We
it
don't.
multiple times.
Don't.
I also have a day job and daughter and
Lies.
listen to a lot of music, way more than my friends, but nowhere near what you have to listen to.
Lies.
Also, my daughter only wants to listen to the Zombies movie soundtrack. Ugh.
Interesting.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't know the Zombies movie.
Sorry.
Do you?
No, we
Is that
know.
a kid's movie?
No. Mm.
Mark, we fake it.
I feel like
Look, Mark, we don't have time for it. I don't have fucking time for it.
Okay. There's a dirty secret. I don't listen to a lot of my favorite music as much as I would like to.
yeah, we
Aw.
sacrifice shit that we'd rather listen to.
But
Oh.
hold on.
Makes me
Let me
sad.
pause and address that a little bit. I find this more fulfilling
Okay.
because
Less
it's
sad.
like I might butcher his process a little bit, but Henry Rollins, I remember reading about his listening process to music. He purchases and listens to an album he's never listened to every day of the week during the like work week. And then on the weekends, then he allows himself to listen to his favorites.
Okay.
What we're doing is more akin to that.
That's a good point.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get like in
Yeah.
comparison to when we're like studying for an album and
I like having your wife here.
it's better when she has some of this.
We listen to
I
music
mean-
differently than most people do.
Yes.
It's not just like turn it on casual listen. We actually, I don't want to say it's work, but it's a different listening process.
It's not
Yeah.
passive.
No, it's
Right?
not passive.
It's not passive.
Right.
I would say like yeah. Okay.
I've sacrificed a lot of TV watching for this podcast.
Second to last question. Oh God, I forgot about this. Proves that he doesn't even listen to the fucking podcast.
Mark,
Do Evil and Rachel hang out outside the pod? Don't they live in the same town?
we hang
Mark,
out all the time.
Svend and Evil live close to each other. Rachel lives in which is farther away, and then I live way farther away. So if anybody was gonna hang out,
Oh,
it is Evil
Mark.
and Svend, the Pho Buddies, and they don't hang out.
We should.
Why?
Why
Yeah,
don't
we
you
should.
hang
Dude.
out?
Okay.
So here's my thing. You guys need to meet up anyway about some website ideas.
Yeah.
Website.
This is the last question, and honestly, this is a different Carrie from Lake Elsinore, which I don't know where that is. And I don't know if we can answer this, particularly because there's a couple significant others sitting in the room.
Oh,
Marry, fuck, kill the other members of the pod.
gosh.
Yes.
Lake Elsinore's in California.
That's honestly an amazing question. It really is. It's such a good question. But Carrie, I don't think we can answer that.
I don't even understand the question.
You've never heard of marry, fuck, kill?
Tell me more.
So, like, for example,
I'm so
I would marry
confused.
you because you're the nicest.
One of us is dying.
And then
I've lived a pretty good life. Carrie, I'm going to tell you that is the best question.
That is.
We can't answer it. I'm sorry.
I don't know about marry and kill, but my pho is Svend.
I would totally
there.
fuck.
He is my pho.
When I show them round the house to my bed, I had it made like a mountain range, a snow white pillow for my big fat head, and my heaven will be the best heaven, and I'll strut through the front gate. I'm on my way, I'm making it big time. Big time. I gotta make
Yeah.
If it's from
I kind of wish I would have been
America or
drinking
Ireland,
that
it
the
has an
entire
E.
time.
if it's from Ireland or where? What's your first memory of hearing music? My folks would play it while they were getting ready for work in the morning or in the evening, depending on what shift they were going to.
I can tell you my first 3 favorite songs. My guess is that like my first experience, probably like something from Sesame Street.
I love this.
Yeah.
Over, under, and through. That's Grover, ladies and gentlemen.
Days, everything's... Elvira from the Oak Ridge Boys. Another one, Bites the Dust. And Mr. Roboto by Styx. Yes.
I'm trying to think of the first time that I ever heard something that was like, I'll just say we were on a road trip to California to go to Disneyland. What the fuck is his name? He did the Toy Story song. Thank
Randy
you.
Newman.
That was T-Dog, everybody. Oh, T-Dog doesn't want me to call him that. Randy Newman's song Four Eyes came on. I remembered, I think that's the first.
Mr. Rogers.
Oh.
Jazz at an early age.
Svend.
The things that stuck out from childhood either would have been Bach, Chopin, or Rachmaninoff.
I have a question to follow up to that. I remember specifically when I was like, I knew my musical tastes were influenced heavily by like my brother, but by other people in particular, where I'm like, this is now my music. Like I found these bands. I have separated from my musical tastes being solely influenced by others to now I'm developing my own.
When I was like 8 or 9, I got a copy of Baby Baby by Amy Grant. And I remember thinking, this is not something that I heard in my house. This is something that I heard on the radio myself. This is my music. This is my first cassette tape.
She wanted the Fireball
No,
really bad.
No,
No, it's okay. You can have it.
It's on
Here
you.
you go.
Thank you. I'm just curious to what's getting passed around tomorrow.
Well, I mean, Crouch is 15 minutes away.
The more we drink this,
Also, I don't know if you saw or not, but there's like 18 bottles of liquor
if
up
we
there.
get rid of
There's
this,
not
then
like
he'll have to
just
pick
a
one of the
drinky-
good bottles.
They will make more Fireball.
What are your hopes for the future of the podcast?
Uh-oh, we're moving.
It's very big.
It is
That's my hope.
that every listener will take a shot of
We
Fireball.
take a shot of
Oh,
Fireball.
that would be nice.
That would be nice. On the finale of every episode, we have every listener take a shot of something at the same time.
And if not,
And
like,
when,
you know what?
when we come out on Monday morning.
7 a.m. Monday morning.
My hopes for the future of the pod. In that spirit of raising a glass,
Unless you're an alcoholic.
you know what?
Then just drink water.
We all have our own struggles. Get the help you need. But outside of that,
He's right.
outside of that, please be responsible.
He killed him. He's dead. This is what Sven wants for the future of the pod. He wants 3 rows of Fireball stacked.
Not a lot more than what we're doing right now. For me, the passion, sharing the love of music with people. And if people really get on board with that, people resonate with that, I want to join into the discussion. Yes, this is a podcast. We output. You can make a comment. You can be a part of the discussion. I'm excited to see us grow. We already are, and I'm excited to see us continue to grow in that conversation.
I listened to a lot of podcasts this year. I've really been concentrating on what is successful and what isn't. Well, I'm probably going to edit most of this out, but 9 out of the 10, at least, podcasts that I tried to listen to was not listenable. I'm not trying to stroke our ego.
No, I get it, because I have also. You're talking about like,
Okay, so here's the thing. First off, fucking audio quality
yeah,
is just trash.
that was, yeah.
And the second thing is it really is like what we were talking about at the beginning of the episode, where there is this obsession with most podcasters that I've found that's you need to immediately sound like a brilliant.
Right. An expert on the subject.
It's always been very important to me. We don't talk down to our listeners. It's not like we ever had a conversation that was like, hey, we need to not say this, not say that. It's just natural that every single one of your personalities, you're just good people. The way that you treat the product is just good in nature. I think we lucked out. I really do. Our first episode was an hour and like 40 minutes. It should have been fucking 60 minutes.
Yeah.
I think on the comment you made about us just being like good people.
What are the quotes that Eric writes about?
I'm the exception.
No.
I am.
I think we are. In my brain also, I don't think anyone's listening to us. It's very hard for me to process that this
People give
picture
a
came
shit.
from a person who likes us and listens
likes
to our
us enough
podcast.
to-
Mind-bending.
This is so confusing
It
to me.
is.
Or the guy in the airport that was like, "Oh, I love that podcast." In my brain, that's not. None
like
of that is
didn't-
real.
Well, that's
none
that,
of
that was my
happened.
instinct. It was like he thinks
doesn't know
this
what
is
he's talking
something
about.
else.
Yeah.
That to me is the hugest compliment when someone, they see something in this podcast that they recognize someone else would appreciate
Yeah.
and then pass it on to them.
Everybody does enough research to where we can have an actual fucking conversation about it. I did a lot of research this year because I really wanted to figure out, like, is this worth it? Here's the thing, is there's a lot of guilt there with me constantly saying, hey, please do this. Please do this. Please remember this. Please do this. Nobody's getting fucking paid anything. But you guys do so much research so that we can have an actual just casual conversation with shit. It's so different than, I'm serious, like 90% of the podcasts that I listen to.
I have a question.
She has a hand raised.
I would like you to shut the fuck up about the whole like feeling guilty thing in the nicest way possible. If we didn't love, I can speak for both of them, love doing this, there is no way we would do it.
Mhm.
Yes, you nag because we're bad at turning promos in or reading the outline until the hour before we record. But it is your baby, but it's also a passion of all of ours.
Yeah.
This is a relationship, and if we didn't want to be abused, we would not be in it.
Yeah.
You just said I
100%.
abuse you.
Yeah, but
Would you say
We
I'm
are-
the Splinter to your Michelangelo?
Can I please be Casey Jones?
Oh my God, you are Casey Jones. Maybe we're all just Ninja Turtles. We're
all just Ninja
April
Turtles.
O'Neil.
Michelangelo, Casey Jones, Donatello.
no.
That means a lot. Thank you. We're still in the dark as far as keeping the pod what we want and making money. I want to make money so that we can keep doing the pod.
Yeah.
I'm holding out hope that we don't have to change. And I honestly do believe that we don't have to.
I thought I knew what I wanted moving forward. It was centered very much on what you just said. I would like for it to grow and to be a financially sustainable thing so we can keep doing what we're doing.
Yes.
And then you pulled out these fucking paintings. And now, to me, it is more about growing the community. That is all it's about now. I have had interactions with people I know who listen to the podcast. And then feedback from listeners, from people who have been regulars writing in. There was a moment earlier in the year when
I know what you're talking
you know
about.
exactly what I'm talking
That,
about.
yes.
He liked hearing us being real and talking about our lives and our problems.
Failure being okay.
Exactly. It's a different responsibility. And yes, we do this because we love it, but it also gives us a higher reason to keep doing it.
Mhm.
Or at least me. It's now about us being able to keep doing this so we can keep building a community.
Community. Cheers.
Cheers.
Community. Everything you just said resonated so deeply over here.
A lot deeper than I expected to go there. But
Yeah.
100th episode.
We're
only 3 hours and 16 minutes.
100 episodes is a lot of fucking episodes.
So many
I had a conversation many years ago
I bet you did.
about
Big dumb idiot.
I had a conversation with someone who was interested in covering sports in sort of like a journalistic capacity. We were talking about hockey. I don't know if I could cover hockey personally because I've never played it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could cover football because I played it. I played football growing up. I played through the high school level. And I wasn't making like a judgment like you can't be a journalist that covers a sport if you never played it. The argument that I was making was if you have not played a sport, especially something like football where you are literally running as fast as you can into other human beings, that's a very singular experience.
Right.
The four of us have some degree of musical experience. How important is it that we have actually been on the creative side of making music
Oh.
in our conversations?
I kind of talked about this a little bit on an earlier episode. I apologize if it's been brought up and talked about. I drink a lot, so I have a bad memory. Sven and I have done a lot of studying of the actual architecture of music. We've studied jazz and we've learned how to play chords, and we can read music and shit like that.
I often feel
Yeah.
like an imposter sometimes talking with you two about music because I feel like I have not.
Don't.
No, I know. But going back to what we were talking about before about building community, we're not just talking to people who are musicians. We're talking to people who love music.
Yes.
And that is a much broader audience.
Yes.
So how do we leverage our experience as musicians?
As far as relevance to what we talk about, the ability to perform any capacity of music is not relevant to the podcast.
That's what I was trying
Which
to get
is
to.
why I often feel so out of place. I feel my strength is that I play musical instruments, I play music, I have this knowledge. I have a vast knowledge of music that is not at all relevant. I feel like that's not what this podcast is.
Exactly.
This podcast is not about like being a musician,
It's about drinking.
being good about playing.
Elaine.
Like, holy shit. Like,
Love you, Mom.
One of the reasons I brought this up is I don't want anyone to feel left out of the conversation. Out of the four of us, at any given point in time, one of us might feel left out of the
Oh,
conversation.
fuck yeah. That's the beauty of the podcast. Is
Yeah.
music is so fucking.
That doesn't mean you can't be a part of the conversation.
Every single person in the world has experienced music
Yes.
in whatever
Yes.
fucking way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what way. All four of us experience it in such different ways.
Very different ways.
All right.
Okay.
You ready to drink?
What was that?
All right.
What have we been
David.
doing this whole time?
Oh, you're going to
What are you
drink
talking
more.
about?
Wait, what do you mean?
Hand one of those bottles to Rachel, to Svend, and to
No.
Evil.
The fireball?
Yeah, just do it.
Parrot
Sven,
Bay pineapple.
get
Not
one of these two
Fireball.
right.
Those are empty, sorry. There might be more.
All right, we've done a lot of quickfire reviews, right?
No,
Oh, we have.
I haven't.
No, you haven't. That's actually true. You've done
You
two.
have to drink
Yeah.
Svend, what was your first positive and your first negative review?
Fuck if I know.
Name one album from your first quick.
Yeah, for my first quickfire, I don't
Name
fucking
any
know.
album.
Your first positive review ever was Pale Waves.
Oh, okay, that kind of tracks. I'm
Your
not that.
first, this is gonna fuck you up, and
Pale
honestly,
Waves?
it made me a little frustrated.
My negative?
Your first negative review. Can you think of? Just so everybody knows, we do have a cheater in the midst. Rachel is fully cheating. Did you find your answer?
No.
Are you lying?
No.
Your first negative review was one of the founders of fucking grunge,
You piece of shit.
Was it?
What?
the Melvins.
Oh.
What did I say about the Melvins?
Round,
You
round,
didn't
get
like their
around,
album
I
from
fuck
last year.
around, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that.
That's shit.
I didn't like their album from last year. Doesn't
Evil.
mean that I didn't like the Melvins.
Give me your first
I know
positive
it.
review or your first negative review. If you can name one of them, I will take a shot instead of you. You and Rachel's first negative review was the same album.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Cheers.
Evil, your first positive review ever was Billie Eilish.
Positive?
All right.
Yeah, he
Oh.
really liked
Yeah.
Billie Eilish's
I did.
album from last year. What
Interesting.
was it? Your review of that was negative. Not her first album, the one after it that came out last year.
With Billy Bossa Nova and the This,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. You loved the Bossa Nova song, and I
Yeah.
hated the Bossa
Your
Nova
first
song.
positive review ever
I didn't hate
Rachel.
it. I just didn't like it.
was Halsey.
Was the If I Can't Have Love?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Both of your first negative review ever was. I'll give you a hint. I like Hitler.
Of course it was.
Donda.
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 All
How
right,
come
everybody.
you don't have to drink? You don't know anything.
I know everything.
You're like Jon Snow.
Look,
David.
what's coming in season 3, you guys?
That's what she said.
Shall I do the interview reveals? So you guys all know who I'm interviewing. And by the way,
Did you say?
and I'm sorry to the listeners, but I'm bleeping all these.
Okay.
Oh,
just in
that's fair.
case
Oh,
anything happens.
sure. That makes
or
sense.
Whatever.
That
That's
makes
fair.
sense.
I have actually told you who I get to interview this year.
Who was it?
I get to interview. Yes,
That's nuts.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
I get to interview them this year.
That's insane.
Yes.
You lucky son of a bitch.
No,
Are you
I'm,
so excited?
I didn't cry because I don't cry, but
Maybe.
let's start with Rachel.
You.
Any guesses at all?
I do have one guess.
Who?
I have an idea, but I think it's too high up.
You've got 2 interviews next year.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, do you know who and the lead singer and the saxophone player for?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're
That's
interviewing them.
cool.
That's what got her. Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Oh yeah. You got another one too.
Oh my god, stop.
Do you know
No, I don't know anyone apparently.
she's the
Who are you? Oh my god.
This is good content. I like this.
Yeah.
Let's go to Sven next.
No, do me last.
Because we have a
Why did I
for
do
sure this year, and we have a either this year or next year hopeful. If there were 2 bass players
Oh, fuck.
that you would want to interview,
No.
who would they be?
No.
Give me like
We
or
did
2 names.
one already.
Who? Annie Clements was amazing, but who else?
I know you people. I know you know people. Fucking kidding me?
Is-
What?
Is
Are
a
you
for
fucking kidding me?
for sure.
What?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God. Holy.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
So Sven, there is a bass
just-
player who I think you'll even be more excited to talk to next year. It's either going to happen next year or the year after. It depends on his touring
Is
schedule.
it oh. Wait.
I'll give you a hint. This is the
Like
most
Dirty
how the
Loops?
fuck did you
Like
get that interview person?
Yeah. How the fuck did you? No, I fucking stumped.
Think of a band that we have obsessed over our whole lives.
What?
Holy.
Yeah.
Dude, what favors are you doing?
I was gonna say, who have you blown?
Yeah.
I did some work. So Evil,
Wait, how did you get to?
you have 2 guitar players coming
Yeah.
that you're going to interview with me.
Okay.
The first one, he's my favorite current guitarist.
I know
He's
who
one of
this
yours.
is.
Yes. And then who do you think is the second
I
one?
have no idea.
He's got a nickname. The other guy that we're going to interview.
Has a nickname?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes.
You're fucking kidding me.
I swear to God.
Holy fucking shit. You are kidding.
I swear to God.
We're going to talk with. What?
Yes.
What have you done?
Yeah.
Who did you
Why don't
sell
we
your
all
soul
have,
to?
like,
He was
cheersing
the easiest
thingies?
guy to
Like,
get it. He was
this
the
feels
easiest
like the
guy.
moment.
Are you fucking
He
kidding?
was like, well, I'll totally come on. We just got to figure out when I'm going to tour and stuff, but I'll come on next year. Totally.
there are guitar players who I absolutely love.
Yeah.
But if there are two that I would want to actually talk to, those are the two.
Well, season 3.
Those are going to be such interesting conversations.
Just don't let your Zoom fuck up in the middle of the fucking thing. Because
I'm so nervous about questions now.
Those are your interviews
She's not
next year.
saying anything.
Holy
She's
shit.
just
Oh, I
what-
got her to cry. That's all I wanted.
Won't be the last.
It's so broad too.
Yes.
Dude.
Guys, we have a reveal. You're staring at me like you're going to beat
I-
my face or
I'm
something.
not gonna beat your face. I just can't handle any more emotion.
you drained us.
You know what? I'm just going to say it, ladies and gentlemen. We have some YouTube reveals. Yes,
Holy shit.
Oh, okay.
that's right. Next year, we are YouTube proper.
We are.
Yes, we are going to have 2 videos a week
We are.
on YouTube.
So many.
It kills me.
The first thing that we're going to do, Rolling Stone
This is
came
your-
out with
You did this.
the 500
Why?
greatest albums of all
What
time.
the fuck do they know?
They updated it with their dumbasses in 2000, whatever, it's 17. And we have decided to do a very brief synopsis.
Synopsis.
Thank you. Synopsis
Oh, the old.
of every single album
Back in the day.
on YouTube. And it starts, so every week there's going to be a Rolling Stone top 500 albums of all time video where we talk about a album from 500 all the way down to 1, which will be done in year 12.
That's bad math.
Hey, episode 3 is fucking awesome. So,
There are multiple videos. The first one that's going to happen is the 500 albums of all time. My God.
It is
And-
12:30:27.
what?
Guys,
is
it's
That's
tomorrow.
really late.
12:30:27.
12:30:27 is so late.
We're also going to be doing videos for each one of us. My YouTube videos are going to be revisits of the podcast episodes. For example, per exemple, my first
Do you know
episode.
French?
I actually do.
Pear.
We?
Oh, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Edit that out.
My first episode is going to be a revisit on the finale of season 1, which we are all going to record tomorrow.
Friday.
Probably hungover, maybe still
Wait,
drunk.
no,
I don't
today.
know.
You're right. It is today.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
gonna record
today.
it today.
And then once a week, each one of us is going to come up with an episode. So let's start with Rachel. Your YouTube episodes, what will they be?
My YouTube episodes, the dissection of lyrics of songs. I'm going to take songs that seem profound and interesting and rip them apart and try and figure out what they're trying to communicate.
Love that. I look forward to that. I look forward to joining her at some point, I hope.
Sure. You want to hang
Subscribe
out?
to it. I would love to hang out.
Do you want to subscribe to my channel?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do
Already
is
did.
just
Smash that like button.
smash
Yep.
that like
Smash
button,
li-
hit the
hit the
follow,
notification
do
bell.
the things, bell.
I might quit after all of that.
It's understandable. I would too.
I've always been fascinated between the confluence of art and music. Album art, band t-shirts, concert visuals,
Love it.
or just anything that inspires music, whether it's like novels
covers?
or
Oh,
or
man, yeah.
the name for it is Bleep, because I don't have a name.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
That's a good idea.
Sven, what is your YouTube channel going to be? Sven's YouTube is going to be a few different things. And we are very much looking forward to it. Sven's going to have multiple O's.
At least.
Yay!
Wait, what?
I can tell everybody how to make like the sound, but I don't know that anyone's gonna give a shit. But that's my podcast.
Is that the episode
And
title?
that's the perfect way to end the 100th episode.
What is going on?
Rant.
Firstcourseverse.com at firstcourseversepod. Good night and good luck.
Oh my god. I want that as my ringtone.
Have some fun.